Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Thursday, December 23rd, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 657 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Snowflakes. The 39-year-old man accused of kidnapping and raping student Madeline Allen asked a judge to let him spend Christmas with his kids. White House staffer said it's beyond demoralizing to see D.C. randos touring the West Wing before those who work with the Biden administration, a new report says. Unabomber Ted Kaczynski, 79, moved to prison medical facility. Extremely rare deep-sea creature found in California ocean, once in a lifetime. Californian pleads guilty to punching attendant on flight. Rep. Madison Cawthorn and wife to divorce. Detectives arrest 11 for public indecency at Oklahoma City's Trosper Park. Asian Americans have the biggest wealth gap. Here's how they're helping one another this year. TLC reality star who died of COVID at 45 in Florida wouldn't get shot, his sister says. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Hong Kong's famous Tiananmen Square Pillar of Shame statue removed from University, CNN. Perfectly preserved baby dinosaur discovered curled up inside its egg, CNN. 2022 Pro Bowl snubs, Cordarrelle Patterson, Roquan Smith lead list of players who deserved recognition, CBS Sports. Major Chinese city locks down to control COVID outbreak, CNBC. Madison Cawthorn announces divorce after less than a year of marriage, Business Insider. James Franco breaks silence in sexual misconduct allegations, NBC News. Biden vaccine policies, Supreme Court sets special hearing for January 7, The Washington Post. FDA authorizes first pill to treat COVID-19, CNN. Manchin blowback suggests civil war among Democrats that will backfire, Waters, Fox News. Amazon Web Services' third outage in a month exposes a weak point in the Internet's backbone, Anchorage Daily News. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Congressional panel launches investigation into promoter of deadly Astral World concert. Supreme Court to hold special session on vaccine requirements. House Majority Whip Jim Clyburn tests positive for COVID-19. The psychology behind why we hate watch. Rep. Madison Cawthorn divorcing wife after less than 8 months of marriage. Biden says he'll run for re-election in 2024. Meagan Good and Devin Franklin announce they're ending marriage after 9 years. Cat found in rubble of Kentucky building 9 days after tornado. Judge denies Michael Flynn's attempt to block subpoena for phone records in January 6 probe. James Franco addresses sexual misconduct allegations, I did sleep with students. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Thefts reported at Muscatine Dog Park. Star quarterback fighting for his life in hospital. Officer tracks down stolen wedding rings. Bus drivers deliver gifts after school closes. PD, open fire at Taco Bell drive-thru over service. Cops, schools, wrap gifts for students' families. Program stresses help to combat homelessness. No Christmas cheer for woman who has lost 26 Navajo kin to COVID. Mom gets keys to dream home in time for Christmas. Pop-up toy store helps families afford gifts for kids. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. Omicron cases appear less severe, studies say, but risks remain. College football playoff warns teams could forfeit because of virus. The FBI deployed surveillance teams inside Portland protests. India's Christians attacked under anti-conversion laws. National Guard takes on new roles at understaffed nursing homes. A Civil War-era time capsule is opened. Inside are more mysteries. Supreme Court to hold special hearing on Biden vaccine mandates. On more generous terms, Obamacare proves newly popular. As humanitarian disaster looms, U.S. opens door for more Afghanistan aid. How the building industry blocked better tornado safeguards. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Missing Florida woman's vehicle found in state park, authorities say. Biden demonized the unvaccinated to create a fictitious notion we should be panicked, Raymond Arroyo. UPenn transgender swimmer's dominance grossly unfair to women, former USA swimming official. Kevin Durant doubles down after social media criticism of 8th grader's move. Keanu Reeves, Drew Barrymore recall motorcycle joyride on actress' 16th birthday, irresponsibly fast. Blackburn, mentions opposition to Build Back Brook blow-up rocked Washington. Biden continues to dodge responsibility on COVID-19, Chaffetz. The history of the Christmas tree. Philadelphia's Dem mayor appalled by Rep. Scanlon carjacking reports. Former NFL star Tim Green reveals how ALS altered his outlook on life. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Thursday, December 23rd. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Enormous spread of Omicron could cause 140 million new infections from January 1st to March 1st. Keith the kleptomaniac cat terrorizes a neighborhood in Christchurch, New Zealand. Joe Biden will run in 2024 if remains in the health I am in now and is excited by taking on Trump. Elon Musk reportedly secretly living in $12 waterfront estate in Austin. Heir to JCB fortune launches multi-million-pound lawsuit against his former best friend. The unlikely location seeking city status in Platinum Jubilee. Doctor who treated Skripals after Novichok attack tells how he feared assassins might visit hospital. Eden Confidential, Gemma Arterton plays I Spy with 007 after James Bond-style role in new movie. Daily Mail comment, data does not justify more curbs on liberty. Brits face travel chaos over Christmas amid rail strikes, airport disruption and packed roads. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. Biden is prioritizing rapid testing to counter Omicron. Other countries are far ahead. China puts 13 million residents in lockdown ahead of games. American ex-priest in East Timor found guilty of sex abuse. Changing climate parches Afghanistan, exacerbating poverty. U.S. Navy says it seizes arms from Iran likely bound for Yemen. Chile's millennial president-elect is a sign of a very different pink tide. Once demonized, capitalist-style banking could be the future for socialist North Korea's economy. Australian state reimposes masks after major spike in cases. U.S. moves to expand Afghan aid in hopes of easing humanitarian crisis. Mexico's wheat fields help feed the world. They're also releasing a dangerous greenhouse gas. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. COVID News Live. Omicron carries lower hospitalization risk, studies suggest. South Korea marks deadliest day of pandemic. We need a new commons, how city life can offer us the vital power of connection. The 15 best video games of 2021. My winter of love, scrolling through sperm banks wasn't sexy, but it was surprisingly intimate. Eric Clapton to waive legal costs against women who attempted to sell single bootleg CD. What is Wordler, the new viral word game delighting the internet? Outcry as Hong Kong University memorial to Tiananmen Square victims is removed. China locks down 13 million people in Xi'an after detecting 127 COVID cases. Nord Stream 2, how Putin's pipeline paralyzed the West. Asia's factory workers at the sharp end of the West supply chain crisis. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. California sets February 1st deadline for health worker boosters. Watch, Florida woman in awe after spotting end of the rainbow. Hong Kong University removes Tiananmen massacre statue. Authorities, carbon monoxide caused deaths of 7 in Minnesota. 9 days after tornado, cat found in rubble of building. Watch, sled dogs dash through snow. Watch, animals at London Zoo open Christmas presents. What's inside that 1,887 time capsule opened in Confederacy's capital? Biden tells ABC's Muir yes he'll run again, Trump rematch would increase prospect. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Pillar of shame, Hong Kong's Tiananmen Square statue removed. Australia settles lawsuit over welfare scheme criticized as racist. Omicron, Biden denies failure in pandemic testing response. Kentucky tornado, 2 babies pulled alive from rubble. Philadelphia Congresswoman carjacked at gunpoint in broad daylight. Kashmir fury at India's plan to redraw voting map. NHL will not send players to Beijing Olympics. Gay Santa ad highlights big shift in Norwegian society. Is this the world's largest virtual fashion show? How this iconic Manhattan newsstand survived the COVID pandemic. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Climate change parches Afghanistan, worsens poverty. U.S. tribes await water relief from infrastructure bill. FDA authorizes new antiviral treatment, a Pfizer pill, Omicron variant projected to bring enormous surge, latest COVID updates. Jury in Kim Potter manslaughter trial ends 3rd day of deliberations without a verdict. Today in history for December 23rd. North Carolina sheriff refuses to take down Bible verse in office, says he is afraid of burning in hell. Tragic loss, carbon monoxide poisoning killed 7 people in Minnesota home, blood tests suggest. Oxford school shooting suspect's mom texted son not to kill himself, defense lawyers say. Natasha Rothwell is ready to take the lead. AP Top Stories December 22nd p. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Overturned big rig causing traffic delays on 5 and 14 freeways near Newhall. Covina police arrest fatal shooting suspect after hours-long standoff. Longtime LA educator Kara Schneider would blast "Here Comes the Sun" on school intercom. Staggeringly fast rise in LA County coronavirus cases triggers alarm. At least 28 vaccinated people test positive for COVID after holiday party in Marin County. California Omicron surge arrives as cases spike, officials warn of tough weeks ahead. LA races to distribute housing vouchers before homeless people are kicked out of hotels. LA Phil, CTG and Music Center will soon require booster proof for indoor events. LA buses, trains free on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. California to distribute COVID tests to K-12 students as Omicron spreads through state. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Thursday, December 23rd, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Canada should temporarily ban foreign homebuyers, rezone cities, housing minister. COVID-19, China orders lockdown of up to 13 million people in Xi'an, one person per household to be permitted out every 2 days. She's nearly 3 but as small as an infant. This is Afghanistan's hunger crisis. 2 babies pulled alive from tornado rubble. Hong Kong University dismantles and removes Tiananmen statue. Warning against unnecessary circumcision from Australian Medical Association President Mark Duncan Smith after 2-year-old dies and brother almost bleeds out in Western Australia. Israeli drug prevents 100% of COVID patients from deteriorating in trial. Germany takes Russia's German language RT channel off air. Madagascar's police minister survives helicopter crash, swims 12 hours to shore. China's celebrities and internet influencers given 10 days to pay outstanding taxes. A Turkish police officer was sentenced to 25 years in jail for shooting a young Syrian refugee to death after the young Syrian ran away from the security checkpoint to escape a probable fine for working during the COVID-19 lockdown. Since 1995, the slice held by billionaires has risen from 1% to 3%, according to the World Inequality Report. This increase was exacerbated during the COVID pandemic. In fact, 2020 marked the steepest increase in global billionaires. UAE decriminalizes premarital sexual relations among 40 legal changes in reform push. In an historic vote, Italy to ban for farming and shut down all mink farms within 6 months. 60 to 80 tons of dead fish removed from Mexico reservoir after tequila waste spill. The next headlines are from Forbes. AP Mahler Maersk to buy Li and Fun's logistics unit for $3.6 billion as shipping giant boosts Asia presence. Aviation concerns about 5G will take years to resolve. Amy Schneider's winning streak on Jeopardy is impressive for a host of reasons. Book review: with his thoroughly brilliant American Happiness and its discontents, George Will outdoes George Will. Sony India Zeal merger, new company to be publicly listed in India. Spring signing Matt Judon among New England Patriots trio of Pro Bowlers. The healthcare workforce is crumbling. EWA Dynamite results, winners, news and notes with Kyle O'Reilly debuts. Oscars 2022, Mexico, Panama and Spain make the International Feature Film shortlist. SEC denies Apple's bid to block shareholder proposal on forced labor. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Integrated photonics enables continuous beam electron phase modulation. Quantum anomalous Hall effect from intertwined Moir bands. Spin splitting of dopant edge state in magnetic zigzag graphene nanoribbons. Valintrinol levels and availability regulate complex I assembly in leukemia. Very high frequency oscillations in the main peak of a magnetar giant flare. Rapid microbial methanogenesis during CO sub-2 storage in hydrocarbon reservoirs. Single-year radiocarbon dating anchors Viking age trade cycles in time. AGLQ is a dual-function DSB repair enzyme modulated by RPA and RAD51. The Nature Podcast Annual Holiday Spectacular. Large-scale migration into Britain during the Middle to Late Bronze Age. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,752,926,561 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Eric Clapton's management sort of regrets suing German widow over attempted $11 bootleg CD sale. How Sing 2's choreographer helped animators make Taron Egerton's gorilla dance gracefully. Special effects supervisor Richard Conway dies at 79. Tony Leung to why Chinese propaganda blockbuster Eyes 2022 release. Mahershala Ali, Naomi Harris explained how the sensitivity of Swan Song sets the futuristic family drama apart. Critics' Choice Awards ceremony postponed due to Omicron concerns. The best 20 reality shows of all time, ranked. Britney Spears promises, new song in the works. The Bachelorette's history-making couple on showcasing black love stories on television. Michael Keaton to play Batman and Batgirl starring Leslie Grace. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Biden teases possible rematch against Donald Trump, why would I not? Supreme Court says it will hold a special session on Biden vaccine requirements. Kamala Harris tests negative after a COVID-19 exposure. Experts find books, a coin and an envelope in Robert E. Lee statue's base. As Omicron surges, these states and cities are focused on giving out free COVID tests. Researchers say the wreckage of last-known slave ship to the U.S. is mostly intact. 9 days after a Kentucky tornado, Maddox the cat is found alive in the rubble. The House January 6th panel wants to talk to Trump ally Rep. Jim Jordan. Fauci calls on Fox News to fire host who urged kill shot in ambush interviews. Proud Boys member pleads guilty for role in Capitol riot. The following headlines are from The Week. Supreme Court schedules emergency hearing to consider 2 Biden vaccine mandates. Biden extends federal student loan repayment pause until May 1st. FDA authorizes Pfizer's pill to treat COVID-19, a major step forward. The delusion of a post-Trump GOP. How should the U.S. respond to the coming Russian invasion of Ukraine? James Franco speaks out 4 years after sexual misconduct allegations, I didn't want to hurt people. Biden's approval is down, student debt forgiveness won't help. Tesla faces investigation over feature allowing drivers to play video games while car is moving. De Blasio hopeful New York City's New Year's Eve celebration will still happen despite Omicron. U.S. life expectancy saw staggering decline in 2020, CDC says. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Follow the Money, Part 3. The next headlines are from Universe Today. 2 spacecraft view comet Leonard. The bottom of Valles Marineris seems to have water mixed in with the regolith. Life could make habitable pockets in Venus' atmosphere. SpaceX is hoping to turn atmospheric CO2 into rocket fuel. These are the news headlines for today, Thursday, December 23rd. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the 3rd most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. A nameless grasshopper, found via social media. Why do pine trees smell good? The next news is from Politico. Hundreds of House districts are being redrawn. Here's who's winning and losing. Omicron causes less severe disease, studies from Scotland, England suggest. Polish spyware scandal stokes tensions within Europe. Omicron COVID symptoms milder than Delta in UK, early data suggests. January 6th investigators ask Jordan for an interview. Nothing's been good enough, Biden admits COVID testing has fallen short. Opinion: there's good news about vaccinations, now what? De Blasio tells Biden, New York needs help now. Trudeau tells Canadians to hunker down as Biden urges calm over Omicron. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Watch Live, masks mandatory, large events cancelled after COVID-19 case bar hopped in Northbridge. Australia News Live, QR codes back in NSW as state records 5,715 new COVID cases, Victoria extends indoor mask mandate as daily infections rise above 2,000. Fight for secret documents behind Robodebt decision. Burns set to return to inner West Mayoralty as Labour gains majority. Constance bid for federal pre-selection strengthens as popular local pulls out of race. Race by race preview and tips for Randwick on Sunday. Race by race preview and tips for Wagga on Friday. This chook takes to surfing like a duck to water. Make good decisions, how Root aims to iron out batting flaw. Use our gold standard COVID-19 testing more selectively. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. Tax Guy, one of the best tax-saving deals ever and 3 other ways to earn tax-free income. Dow Jones Newswires, ICE shares sink after Japan regulators seek more data for review of Alzheimer's drug. Tesla returns to the $1 trillion club as Musk says stock sales are almost done. Almost done, Elon Musk sells more Tesla shares, $15 billion sold in past 7 weeks. The Wall Street Journal, Elon Musk's Texas living arrangements may not be nearly as Spartan as he claims. The Tell, if Santa Claus doesn't come to Wall Street in December, the Grinch hits the stock market in January, history says. Market Extra, Merry Christmas, Wall Street, but there's no New Year's Day holiday for the stock market this year, here's why. What's next for the federal vaccine mandate, Supreme Court oral arguments on January 7, days before enforcement starts. Novavax stock jumps nearly 5% following positive early COVID-19 vaccine data. Dow Jones Newswires, Tencent plans to slash its stake in JD.com. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. The joy of winter wonders at Richfield Heritage Preserve, Farm and Dairy. Up and away, Inventors Digest. Justice is told to undo impossible patent enablement rules, Law 360. Artificial intelligence as an inventor on patents, the global divide and the path forward, JD Supra. Korean company launches advanced lead safety device in the US, iNews. The Bottom Fishing Club, Biogen, seeking alpha. Look back to move forward, capturing IP within the 1-year grace period, JD Supra. 5 trends that we will see in intellectual property this 2022, Entrepreneur. Key developments that shape the USPTO in 2021, IPWatchdog.com. Global self-raising media market size, 2021 to 2028, industry share, revenue, competitive landscape and forecast, Globe Newswire. The next headlines are from Quartz. Rents in the U.S. are rising even faster than home prices. Supply chain chaos won't ruin Christmas after all. The different rules for live theater and cinemas is Omicron confusion in a nutshell. The U.S. military is testing a vaccine designed to protect against all COVID variants. Christmas markets. Sony's takeover of Zee Entertainment will create India's biggest broadcaster. Why coffee and oat prices are rising faster than oils. CVS and Walgreens are limiting sales of at-home COVID tests. How to go to church in the metaverse. An education billionaire is going back to his rural roots after China's tutoring crackdown. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Dia gives former Marine back $86,900 cops took from him during a Nevada traffic stop caught on body cam. AI surveillance of prison calls scooping up millions of conversations, producing little actionable info. Amazon DMCA strikes video about New World bug, reinstates video, promises review of process. Anti-5G jewelry found to be radioactive and dangerous. Proctorio's anti-cheating software exposes students to hackers, say Dutch education officials. Daily deal, PlayStation Plus 5-year subscription stackable code bundle. Robert Reich loses the plot, gets basically everything wrong about Section 230, Fairness Doctrine and the First Amendment. Fearing COVID PR backlash, Comcast backs off its BS broadband caps in the Northeast, for now. Federal court says destroying someone's house to apprehend a fugitive might be a constitutional violation. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Army football. Joni Mitchell. Vincent Jackson. Gator Bowl. Sing 2. Wheel of Fortune contestant loses Audi. James Franco. PSG. Real Madrid. Liverpool. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Fauci urges Americans to ban unvaxxed family members from holidays. CNN staffer denies child sex charges. Man caught trying to get 9th COVID jab. Watch 1 million plus COVID vaccines destroyed by bulldozer. Biden reveals how Trump and fate may affect his 2024 plans. DC to ban unvaccinated from public spaces. New Russian aerosol drug fights all COVID strains, including Omicron, developer. Kamala Harris tested for COVID after exposure. U.S. disavows diplomat arrested in Turkey. Gambling pigeons and other U.S. government waste exposed. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Harvard professor Charles Lieber convicted of lying about China ties. Ukraine holds provocative drills using U.S. missiles near separatist area. The clouds have cleared in 2021, and what we are seeing is a dystopian 2022. Peddling obesity, McDonald's customers eat Big Macs while riding exercise bikes. Bitcoin, this will make you a believer. White House mulling strict export controls on Russia which resemble Iran sanctions. New York lawmaker pulls public health detainment bill, blames conspiracy theorists. U.S. nat gas futures gain as traders price in cold January. Supreme Court could decide fate of Monsanto Bayer Roundup cancer suits. Michael Avenatti lives free in childhood friend's apartment as he spends prison term on house arrest. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Staying safe over the holiday season. In Vietnam, feeding the police just a cost of doing business. Omicron less likely to send patients to hospital, studies. Intel apologizes for telling suppliers to avoid Xinjiang labor. Very little chance of survival for missing miners in Myanmar. Indonesia's $6 billion airport bid to rival Singapore raises eyebrows. Amazon warehouse workers in New York City refile union petition. U.S. $475 settlement proposed in longest-running oil spill. Hunger in U.S. is on the rise as pandemic relief dries up. The next headlines are from Breitbart. GOP could control 6 of Arizona's 9 congressional seats after redistricting. Biden, Trump rematch would increase the prospect of running in 2024. Ted Cruz floats 2024, runner-up almost always the next nominee. MSNBC medical analyst Dr. Gupta, time to place lower priority on unvaccinated patients. CNN medical analyst when Biden should go further to restrict the activities of the unvaccinated. No verdict after 3 days of deliberations in Kim Potter trial. GOP poll, Republicans Adam Laxalt, Herschel Walker leading Democrat opponents in Senate battlegrounds. New York Magazine celebrates female sexual self mutilation. Watch, James Franco addresses sexual misconduct allegations in split with Seth Rogen. West Virginia coal miner hits back, we contribute more to America than Betty Midler. The next headlines are from UPI News. Watch, Spider-Man's Tom Holland flies with boy who saved sister from dog. Missouri woman wins $50,000 Powerball prize while buying mom's birthday cake. Watch, dog and goat found running loose together in South Carolina. Watch, Iowa State announces plans to 3D print an entire neighborhood. 1,887 time capsule under Virginia's Robert E. Lee statue opened. The world's longest running Santa school earns Guinness record. Watch, surfers board bitten by swimming boar in Hawaii. 7.5-foot-long mushroom canoe earns Guinness World Record. Venomous snake stows away 4,000 miles from Pakistan to England. Top 10 odd news stories of 2021, cow stuck in tree, testicle bath. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. James Webb largest space telescope now scheduled to launch on Christmas Day. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Keeping active can reduce the risk of dementia, scientists find. Wildlife photographer captures charming portraits of the creatures that visit her garden. More cities make the switch from polluting salt to sugar beets to beat icy roads. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Thursday, December 23rd. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Barrister who sued after colleague asked him to stop farting loses case. Democratic Congresswoman carjacked at gunpoint in Philadelphia. Hawaii families devastated by the impacts of few contaminated water. Have I been poisoning my children? Man in underwear chases pizza delivery driver, gets arrested. An 8th grader is buried in criticism after Kevin Durant trashed him. Why's KD being so mean? Expert ham sniffers in Spain are exhausted from sniffing 800 hams a day. A man once convicted of arson was named a fire department's acting chief. Florida man with drugs around penis denies they were his. Tampa woman who lost leg after pedicure at nail salon gets big payout, lawyers say. Burglary suspect takes shower, smokes cigar in Bel Air home, Los Angeles Police Department. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. A brief history of Apple's design fails. Warning, Ford thinks these boomer memes will make you buy EVs. 6 trends shaping the future of fintech in 2022. Can AI actually understand what we are saying? Scientists are divided. TNW's favorite gadgets under $50 will make you a gifting pro. Many startup accelerators fail. Here's how to find the right one. Rideshare spending to hit almost $1 trillion by 2026. The 5 investor personality types, and how to pitch them. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Iodine in desert dust destroys ozone. These fish work together by the hundreds of thousands to make waves. Ancient DNA reveals the world's oldest family tree. 70 new rogue planets discovered in our galaxy. How do our organs know when to stop growing? Astronomers capture black hole eruptions spanning 16 times the full moon in the sky. Solar flare throws light on ancient trade between the Islamic Middle East and the Viking Age. Tracking down the forces that shaped our solar system's evolution. Earth and Mars were formed from inner solar system material. Scientists demonstrate a novel rocket for deep space exploration. The next headlines are from Information Week. Seismic shifts in software development still need hardware. 8 real ways SEOs can drive sustainability, fight climate change. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Thursday, December 23rd from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Utah's renewable energy utopia is fueled by wind, solar and peak power. First U.S. authorized pill to treat COVID-19 hasn't arrived in Utah. Police shootings of minorities, lessons from polio, and Utah's water use on behind the headlines. Join Tribune reporters today as they talk about police shootings and race. Tonight, watch Shots Fired, a film about police shootings in Utah. Jessica Miller, support our one-of-a-kind police database. Davis County attorney declines to file charges against SLC SWAT officer who fatally shot man. Utah football lineman Nick Ford declares for NFL draft. Rudy Gobert's free throw feat is about far more than just one good night at the line. Rose Bowl, Utah football cornerbacks versus Ohio State wide receivers will be prime matchup. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. Fisher-Price's Chatter phone has a simple but problematic Bluetooth bug. New policing system will send drones to the source of gunshots. Second ransomware family exploiting Log4j spotted in US, Europe. Twitch co-founder gets Discord hacked, $150,000 stolen from users in NFT scam. 5G speeds in the US rank dead last among early adopters. China regulators suspend Alibaba cloud partnership over Log4 shell reporting. Microsoft notifies customers of Azure bug that exposed their source code. Intel tells unvaccinated employees they face unpaid leave. Germany is closing half of its reactors at worst possible time. South Africa's huge Omicron wave appears to be subsiding just as quickly as it grew. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Vehicle held for 6-year-old hit, killed by school bus in Jefferson County. COVID testing ramps up in St. Louis area ahead of holidays. Low-speed chase backs up traffic on NBI 170 in St. Louis County. Supreme Court to hear challenges to vaccine mandates in early January. Missouri ranked among top 10 most distracted driving states. Social media users misrepresent Washington University study on COVID-19 immunity. December babies born at grants farm warm hearts this holiday season. 2 books challenged by Lindbergh High School parents will stay in library. Where's the money from St. Louis' $790 million settlement with the NFL? St. Louis pauses $500 cash assistance after 10,000 applications submitted. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Oceanside police spread holiday cheer with $100 bills for unsuspecting drivers. Man arrested after deputies find dead body inside travel trailer. Man jailed in alleged attack on 68-year-old man in Carlsbad shopping center parking lot. Autopsy, Vincent Jackson died from chronic alcohol use, suffered from stage 2 CTE. Woman pleads guilty to striking flight attendant on San Diego-bound plane. $10,000 reward offered to find missing Fallbrook woman. Woman found dead in Claremont home. Ketco Park transforms to house football field for first time. Police say gunman fired into group of people in deadly Lincoln Park shooting. California to provide COVID tests for students statewide after winter break. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. U.S. State Department approves $125 Javelin missile sale to Lithuania. Raytheon awarded $578 million for SM-2 missiles for U.S. allies. New Iranian tank spotted at huge military exercise. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. China contemplates better laws to promote gender equality, but remains hostile to radical feminist campaigns. The SUP China 2022 Red Paper. The birth of China's most famous beer. Can vocational education help China navigate out of the middle-income trap? This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Thursday, December 23, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Tampa woman who lost leg after pedicure gets $1.75 in settlement, lawyers say. San Francisco businesses starting to require a COVID-19 booster shot. Demand for at-home COVID-19 tests surges. The story behind grandma got run over by a reindeer. Community searching for missing Napa woman. Omicron less likely to put you in the hospital, studies say. China orders lockdown of up to 13 million people in Xi'an. One car impounded after sideshow in Antioch. San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus cancels holiday performances from COVID-19 outbreak. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Asian shares track Wall Street higher on upbeat U.S. data. Bucks snap two-game skid with 126-106 victory over Rockets. Celtics sign 40-year-old Joe Johnson to 10-day contract. AP sources, NCAA committee to consider replacing A&M in bowl. Huntley man called a person of interest in Belvedere triple homicide. Elgin woman dies of COVID-19 amid family's court battle for access to ivermectin. Great work, firefighters rescue 71-year-old woman from Des Plaines blaze. Elk Grove village to tear down abandoned dentist's office. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Mozambique. Drought is ongoing in Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Belize, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua. Volcanic eruption is ongoing for Manam in Papua New Guinea. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Democratic Republic of Congo, Republic of Congo. Volcanic eruption is ongoing for Hunga Tonga Hunga Hapai in Tonga. Drought is ongoing in Bangladesh, India, Myanmar. Drought is ongoing in Democratic Republic of Congo, Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania, Uganda. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Spain, Morocco, Tunisia. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Thursday, December 23rd in the Greenwich Mean Time time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Congress members launch investigation into Live Nation's role in deadly Astral World Festival. 15 minutes after Turn to TED team took action, man gets $6,000 owed in motorcycle sale. Aggies pull out of tax slayer Gator Bowl due to issues involving COVID and injuries. Man accused of shooting man to death after minor traffic accident in Northwest Harris County. Restaurants open on Christmas Day 2021. UTMB study shows unvaccinated, natural immunity offers little protection against Omicron. 2 COVID testing sites reach capacity as Houstonians prepare for holidays. Fort Bend County COVID's threat level raised to orange. Several animals found in cruel conditions located at home in North Houston. Writer Professor Pence Philly-inspired Wonder Woman comic. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Bustling bars, surging business, Dubai sees a post-vax boom. Another danger to illicit drug users, animal tranquilizer. Asian shares extend gains and ban pre-Christmas trading. U.S. delays intelligence center targeting foreign influence. Troar, George spark by U-254-39 victory over South Florida. Army stuns Missourian Armed Forces bowl on last second FG. Paul George scores 17 in return, Clippers top Kings 105-89. Potter jury to return Thursday for fourth day of deliberations. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Family of Brooklyn man fatally shot by police disputes NYPD suicide by cop narrative. Extra, a brief history of stuff that happened on the internet in 2021. NYC subways to launch pop-up COVID testing sites. Where do you get an at-home COVID test in NYC? It's complicated. Hutchell scuttles plan for skyscraper near Javits Center. Photos, inside Midtown's surprisingly verdant new food hall, a hue. Dr. Ashwin Vasan to become next NYC Health Commissioner, after leading Mental Health Clubhouse. Map, City MD closes 12% of urgent cares as Omicron and testing wait times soar. Amazon outage took city bike offline at height of rush hour. Early edition, America is facing a candy cane shortage. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Iran, UN independent experts condemn secret execution of Kurdish prisoner. Security Council paves way for aid to reach desperate Afghans. Ignoring COVID-19 will just perpetuate it, WHO warns. Blue Ocean Solutions for Climate Resilience and Accelerated Development. WHO warns against blanket boosters, as vaccine inequity persists. Women's rights groups welcome new legal protections against sexual violence in the Maldives, including marital rape. Yemen alert, 8 million face reduced rations amid funding shortages. Experts call for immediate release of Kashmiri human rights defender. Rural women in Peru seed water today to harvest it tomorrow. Biden should add development to the next Summit for Democracy, and convene a development summit. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Pfizer is buying a cardiovascular biopharma company for $6.70 BN. Shortages are getting worse as the global supply chain crisis enters an ominous new chapter. COVID propaganda roundup, the war on Christmas. US sets 9-month expiration date for vaccine passports. Biden and globalists building global taxation regime. Nearly $100 billion pilfered from pandemic relief funds, roughly 100 arrested, Secret Service. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Did the FBI once deem It's a Wonderful Life communist propaganda? U.S. probes potential of drivers playing video games in Teslas. Pause on student loan payments is extended through May 1st. No, WHO's Director General didn't say COVID vaccines are being used to kill children. Were 48 pictures of the sun used to make this image? Pfizer pill becomes first US-authorized home COVID treatment. Israeli archaeologists find treasures in ancient shipwrecks. U.S. population growth at lowest rate in pandemic's first year. Harvard professor found guilty of hiding ties to China. Spain's huge Christmas lottery offers distraction from virus. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Early data on Omicron. Increase in COVID-19 virus reports due to reporting requirements, intense scrutiny of widely given vaccines. COVID-19 far more lethal than a cold, contrary to suggestion in viral video. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Hawkeye finale makes us want more. Florence Pugh and Haley Steinfeld. Jeremy Renner, not so much. Biden doesn't think COVID-19 test shortage is a failure. This trans teen's obituary went viral. Her family reflects on their love, grief, and anger. Far-right group fantasizes they've been attacked with anthrax. January 6th panel asks Jim Jordan for his texts with Trump. She was wrapped in plastic and dumped in the woods nearly 30 years ago. Now we know her name. Are these two dogs on death row for a crime they didn't commit? This $107 12-in-1 steam clean mop cleans everything, literally everything in my home. Prosecutor requests urgent review as Kim K. slams Colorado trucker's brutal sentence. A cocktails and spirits holiday gift guide. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Vandal caught on camera smashing cop car windows outside NYPD precinct. Georgia HS quarterback Robbie Roper dead at 18 from surgery complications. California to require COVID-19 booster shots for healthcare workers. 55 people catch COVID on Royal Caribbean cruise. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. How the good fields expanded our cosmic boundaries. Discover the sky's best double stars. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Beavers are now living as far north as the Arctic, researchers find. Doctors test possible breast cancer vaccine. Omicron, what you need to know about the COVID variant. A dinosaur embryo has been found in a fossilized egg. Tree rentals make Christmas tradition eco-friendly. Biden unveils new steps to fight Omicron coronavirus variant. CBS News special report. Biden lays out White House plan to deal with Omicron variant. Omicron threat grows ahead of holidays. Biden launches new plan to combat Omicron. Omicron becomes dominant strain of coronavirus in the U.S. ahead of holidays. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Cat meows out of Kentucky tornado debris 9 days later. China puts 13 million people on lockdown in city of Xi'an. Philadelphia Congresswoman carjacked at gunpoint, physically unharmed. Endangered seal shot dead in Hawaii, one of only 1,400 in the wild. Case drop may show South Africa's Omicron peak has passed. Porsche driving investment banker punches teen girl in road rage, cops. Hochul makes fabrication of COVID vaccination cards a state crime, exclusive. De Blasio unveils NYC Green initiatives 9 days before his final day as mayor. At least 83 people dead after boat sinks off Madagascar coast. De Blasio offers cover for Eric Adams on solitary confinement stance. The following headlines are from military.com. Department of Defense cuts stateside cost of living allowances for thousands in 2022. You can now renew your passport online. The top 10 military.com news stories of 2021. Capitol Police Chief can now unilaterally ask for National Guard help in emergencies. Navy will offer free maternity uniforms to hundreds of expectant sailors next year. Russia, security talks with US, NATO to start next month. Dutch prosecutors demand life sentences in MH17 Downing. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Murder, armed robbery charges filed in attack of man, 59, in Budlong Woods neighborhood, police say. 2 men, one a Chicago firefighter, are being remembered fondly after perishing from a fire on Chicago's northwest side. State Senator Kimberly Lightford carjacked in suburban Broadview. Illinois sets record for daily coronavirus cases and surpasses 2 million infections since pandemic began. Judge allows lawsuit against former morning radio host Eric Ferguson to proceed. After State Rep Delia Ramirez launched her congressional bid, a photo of her in front of a U.S. flag with an X scrawled over it was posted on social media. Marilee Steppen-Wayman, bronze medalist swimmer in 1952 Olympics and lyric opera stalwart, dies. Chicago firefighter Mashawan Plummer dies. Court of Appeals upholds former Lake County Sheriff's prison sentence, John Bunsich appeal arguments not persuasive. Billy, the runaway bison that charmed suburban Cary, is, almost, home for the holidays. The following headlines are from phys.org. Venoms in snakes and salivary protein in mammals share a common origin. Coating surfaces with a thin layer of copper has the potential to kill the virus causing COVID-19 faster. Research indicates that wolves might help moose avoid acquiring a deadly deer parasite. Scientists calculate how carbon nanotubes and their fibers experience fatigue. Estimating the strength of selection for new COVID-19 variants. Researchers find that iodine in desert dust destroys ozone. Novel semiconductor gives new perspective on anomalous Hall effect. Machine learning used to predict synthesis of complex novel materials. Humble lizards offer surprising approach to engineering artificial lungs. Intelligence, religious and political beliefs are connected to the accuracy of UK adult population estimates. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Thursday, December 23rd, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Custom pillows with pictures, 12 best brands. 5 breathtaking wonders of the sky. New evidence for how languages spread 10,000 years ago. Psychological benefits of keeping indoor plants in your home. Eating disorders have spiked amid the pandemic. How a tardigrade microanimal became quantum entangled with superconducting qubit. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Without the NHL, Russia emerges as favorite for Olympic gold. Man shot in Safeway parking lot in Shoreline. Cass leads St. Mary's past Missouri State 75-58. Paul George scores 17 to lead Clippers past Kings 105-89. Hamilton, Williams spark UNLV past San Diego 80-57. Is the COVID-19 vaccine safe for children? The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Uber ex-security chief faces additional charges of wire fraud. Fire destroys South San Jose synagogue. Oakland police mark 186th Police Academy graduation. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang star Sally Ann House dead at 91. QB Lamar Jackson among 5 Ravens named to Pro Bowl. SF Game men's chorus cancels holiday shows at Castro due to COVID. Dolphins cornerback Xavier Howard named to 3rd Pro Bowl team. He hasn't lost a step. Explosive. Warriors look forward to Klay Thompson's return. 49ers Pro Bowl nods. Deebo Samuel snaps wide receiver drought. Parents charged in Oxford school shooting seek lower bail. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Critical race theory in Albemarle County schools prompts parents to sue district. Jim Clyburn tests positive for COVID-19. Supreme Court to hear challenges to Biden vaccine mandates. Omicron less likely to put you in the hospital, studies say. The Chosen gets viewer funding for 3rd season of Jesus series. Tiananmen Massacre statue barricaded at Hong Kong University. Inside the Beltway, Omicron mania strikes the U.S. Maryland Republicans sue to block Democratic political gerrymander. Mary Gay Scanlon carjacked at gunpoint in Philadelphia. House January 6 panel set sights on Jim Jordan in expanding probe of Trump-allied lawmakers. The next headlines are from The Intercept. EPA official prevented staff from warning public about widely used carcinogen. Anger at Jen Psaki helped Americans get free COVID rapid tests. Joe Manchin for president. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Thursday, December 23, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Horoscope for Thursday, December 23, 2021. Man shot during attempted carjacking in Bucktown. Coburn has another double-double as Alini Cruz in Bragg Gin Rights game. Robberies reported at Gold Coast stores. Lightfoot's crime speech, sound and fury, but now what? Illinois hits all-time record high of daily COVID cases. Los Casos de COVID Lometron 50% on una semana. Is probable que Chicago no vi ni vasta enero. Jurors in Minnesota cops trial deliberate third day without verdict. Ghislaine Maxwell trial deliberations halt until Monday. The next headlines are from the Times of India. If you use these Adobe apps, you are at high risk. Kangana Ranot reaches appears for questioning an anti-Sikh post case. Up CM dials SP chief after wife, daughter test plus the. COVID, is there a possibility of a third wave hitting India? Has Sushmita Sen ended relationship with Roman Shul? India reports 7,495 new COVID cases, Omicron tally 269. What is Web3 and why Elon Musk is against it? 10 smartphones we missed in the year 2021. You reap what you sow, Amarinders Jibet Rawat. Crime and punishment, Kate Taka stand on forced conversions. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Thursday, December 23, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Fort Bend COVID level raised to orange. Majority of Houston Texan fans turning attention to 2022 draft. 5 ways too big with a toddler. Best indie and underground music videos of 2021. Preview, Steve Trevino at Houston Improv. This week's best concerts. The next headlines are about world records making news. Watch, imagine running a marathon on Antarctic ice. Latvian veteran has set a world record, scroll in. UAE to attempt 5 Guinness World Records with fireworks on New Year's Eve, the National. Ilya Borodin enjoyed racing the best in the world through ISL this season, swam. Peter Maritzburg's McKelvey reclaims Guinness World Record, News 24. 2021 flashback, Paralympians lifted India's spirits with best ever medal tally, Times of India. Tracy Nicole Lewis now holds Guinness World Record for most Harry Potter memorabilia, Muggle Met. Filippo Ganna to take aim at our world record at sea level, Velo News. World record alert, the most kills in Warzone with a combat bow, Barstool Sports. The world's longest running Santa school earns Guinness record, UPI News. World's first winery airline, Invivo Air sets World Record Academy. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Every detail we found in the Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness trailer. What's next in the MCU? Here's when you can watch Marvel movies and TV shows in 2022. How NSO Group's iPhone hacking exploit works. The Kino Saints will take a break as John Wick 4 gets delayed to 2023. Halliburton keeps losing evidence of its fossil fuel screw-ups. This robot lawyer might save your band's social media account. Now wait just a damn minute, Spider-Man. 135-year-old Robert E. Lee time capsule, a huge, soggy letdown. More people trust Amazon than Apple or Google, and it makes me sick. Disney's Book of Boba Fett premiere event is now a finale event, thanks to COVID. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Julia Creek in Australia at 112.46 degrees Fahrenheit or 44.7 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Taco in Russia at minus 72.76 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 58.2 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Benedict Cumberbatch encounters Dark Double in Multiverse of Madness teaser. Omicron cases less likely to require hospital treatment, studies show. T-Mobile, Amazon, and others are backing out of says 2022 amid COVID resurgence. FDA gives emergency authorization to Pfizer's COVID-19 pill. Reminder, donate to win swag in our annual charity drive sweepstakes, updated. LG's 1618 Ultra Tall monitor means less scrolling. SEC rejects Apple's bid to block 3 shareholder proposals. Oz suffers third outage of the month. A fossil site reveals an ancient sinkhole and its enormous occupant. NHTSA investigating Tesla over infotainment display gaming feature. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Jim Jordan has priors, Dem draws parallel between Capitol riot probe and Ohio State sex abuse scandal. Watch, Tennessee cop arrests Waffle House diners for disrupting his coffee break. I made a good target because I fought back, Texas County Clerk details Ken Paxton's efforts to prosecute her. This 232-year-old power has never been used by Congress, but it could save the republic. Jim Jordan has repeatedly tripped over a story about communications with Trump, CNN's Baldwin. Slur-spewing woman charged with assaulting black bus driver in mask dispute that turned violent. New report says evidence is mounting for a disturbing reason the National Guard failed to act on January 6. Phony Trump Christmas card scam tied to man already accused of using other methods to swindle Trump fans. Ethan Crumbley's parents claim angry prosecutor is using their case to send a message to gun owners. Capitol Riot Committee is playing hardball with Jim Jordan, and he's earned it, CNN's Ellie Honig. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. They just came and started breaking houses. Hero, Fernanda the tortoise, whose species everyone thought was extinct. Monsters, the idiots defacing our national parks. The mother of all vaccines may be closer than you think. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Blinded by sound 562-612, blinded by sound. Mushroom brain boost review, supplement that works or cheap pills, Whitby News Times. Alzheimer's disease, neural stem cell therapy using 3xTG mice, Newswise. Blinded by sound 332-209, blinded by sound. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Blinded by sound 615-957, blinded by sound. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Thursday, December 23, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Veteran researcher, Mike Price has passed away, December 17, 2021. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Thursday, December 23, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. Newsite is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by Newsite. All rights reserved.